Om Vasudevasutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum. So we are in the chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita, and concept of karma. There are two concepts given. One is that nobody is free from doing karma. Everybody must do karma. Without that you cannot survive. Even physically to survive is not possible. Second is, but how you can do karma? External karma is not only movement of the limbs, but there is a purpose behind every karma. Actually, that is real karma, not the physical karma. The motive behind karma is karma. As we took the example, apparently same karma, apparently same action, but the results are different. Same karma, same action you do, one place you get reward by doing the same karma, other place you get punishment. Then how? What is the reason behind it? It is the purpose of karma, the motive of karma, how the karma affects us. Karma affects us because of our attitude or the motive behind the karma. For example, to do like this is nothing harmful. But if my motive to do this is to disturb you, same small karma becomes an offensive. Talking is not an issue, but if all of us talk together, then we can't hear each other. So it is not the external karma, but it is the motive behind the karma which makes the karma positive or negative. That's why spiritual life, we have no right to say about other religions, but when it comes to spiritual life, is always internal and subjective. You will find many examples. People externally were not religious minded, but internally they were highly spiritual. Because spirituality is something within. External, following a religion or religious practices, is only the expression of that. You have temples and rituals and all that. Is expression of what? Nowhere in the scripture it is said. Nowhere it is said to tell you to that external karma which will benefit you. I repeat. Bhagavad Gita we are reading. No place it is said that this external karma you do is going to make you spiritual, because it cannot. Doing worship in the temple is an action which is supposed to be very helpful to us spiritually, correct? Those priests and we all do puja inside the temple. But if my motive is not clear, if my attitude is not clear, I will not do puja properly because my increment is not given. We monks don't take salary, but priests in the temples are salaried people. If he doesn't get increment, his enthusiasm for puja will reduce. Do you think that puja is going to make him spiritual? No. If he does for bhakti is another thing. Everything is internal. But if I am doing something, external good action of worship, but I am doing it for my salary. Not that that cannot be spiritual, but if that affects my puja, that affects my affection, love for God, so we need to understand only this one. Any action which is considered as good, if your motive, if your attitude, if your purpose behind doing this is not spiritual, even the so-called religious activity may not be helpful to you to become spiritual. This we need to understand. Otherwise, all of you will start a temple and do puja because you can become spiritual. No. It is not the action which makes you spiritual, but it is the attitude behind the action which will make us spiritual. There is no reference in at least Hindu scriptures which tells you that by doing this karma you become spiritual or you realize God by doing this karma. Every time it is said, if you do nishkama karma, if you do karma without attachment or with the attitude of serving God, then that can be helpful to you. I remember sometimes in the TV and they show, so people think like this. People Pushpanjali throw like this. I do not know if that attitude is correct in their mind. We have no right to criticize anybody. But you need to offer, you offer with humility. You don't offer like a stone pelting. I remember I had just joined in the Ramakrishna Mission. I am talking 40 years before. So on a celebration day, we have so much crowd. While my flower should reach the deity, so they are throwing. In that he has put some coins also. But there is a photograph with a glass. What will happen? The glass will break. Why that much common sense cannot come? So I happened to be very new. And I was standing there. So I went closely and told to the gentleman, please put in the plate, don't throw. Secondly, you are putting coins with the flowers. So that is going to destroy the photos. Standing there in front while doing Pushpanjali, do you know who am I? Where spirituality is there? No. That's why many among us feel, maybe I will go later. Today it will be very crowded. Yes, auspicious day, auspicious time, we want to do it. But when majority of the people come for a social purpose and not spiritual purpose, that's why you will find in the mission we do not want to increase from ritual point of view anything. Enough. Whatever we are doing is enough. After that, sing bhajans, hear the classes, meditate, do japa. How much ritualistic worship is going to help you? I am not telling those who are doing are wrong. You can do it with a spiritual attitude, it will be helpful. Otherwise, no. So the concept is this. It is not the external action which you are doing, but it is your attitude, motive and purpose behind your karma is a real karma which makes you spiritual or non-spiritual, makes karma as a worship or work. Even simplest of karma, which you don't even feel that it is karma. What are the karma? Pashyan, to see. To see also is karma. Now if I look at you, apparently I am just looking with a bad motive. Where that karma will go? Do you think it will be helpful to me? No. Shrunvan, to hear, to touch, even breathing, even winkling of the eye. Everything is karma. Even the minutest movement is karma. But if the motive behind is not negative, then that karma is not going to bind you. That karma is not going to harm you. That's why in Hinduism especially, you will find you need to give the relative importance to the teachings. And that is up to you how you give it. Pilgrimage is important, is praised. We also go for pilgrimage. But there are passages where it is said that it doesn't mean anything. If your mind is not prepared to do the right thing, just by going to the temple is not going to make you spiritual. A devotee asked Holy Mother, should we go for pilgrimage? Look at what Holy Mother said. Scripture says in the same way. Holy Mother says, if your mind is already in God here, what's the point of going there? And after going there, if your mind doesn't settle in God, what's the point of going there? So, two conditions are there. You want to go, you go. It should be helpful to you to put your mind more concentrated with more devotion for that. Maximum time when we go for pilgrimage, our attention is where, which hotel I am going to stay, what food I am going to. That's why now it is spiritual tourism. It's more of a tourism than spirituality. You go for pilgrimages, how many places you see that people are meditating quietly? Yes, there are some maybe. But maximum people go for some certain rituals only. And the rest of the day is sightseeing. It could be good if you can prepare your mind, go to a place. That's why we say, don't just go like a touch and go. Go and stay there for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Why? At least one day you settle down everything. Second, at least your mind should be calm. For what you went? Not for sightseeing. If you want to go for sightseeing, don't call it a pilgrimage. Idea is not to encourage or discourage going for pilgrimage, no. Idea is, if that helps to fix your mind in God, do it. If that can be done here itself, no need to go also. Sri Ramakrishna was in Dakshineshwar much before the disciples came to him. So Mathur Babu, the son-in-law of Rani Rasmani, who constructed the temple of Dakshineshwar, went for a pilgrimage. So told Sri Ramakrishna, come with us, we will go to Varanasi, we will go to Prayagraj. So Sri Ramakrishna, yes, good. So many boats on Ganga, and they go, stay every time and go. And Sri Ramakrishna is doing his kirtan and talking to devotees, who are present there. And you have no idea what was that. You read in the books. Very interesting. Boats used to be so big, they take the cows and everything with that. Everything, what you have here, the whole thing goes. And many boats. One group, many boats. One for ladies, one for elders, one for servants, one for cows. But the whole English word is called armada. The whole armada goes to pilgrimage. Nice. Sri Ramakrishna went, came to Varanasi. Many good incidents are there. Among them, there is one incident. So Mathur Babu was a rich man. He has his own routine. So some people came to talk to him about the land and property and this and that. Sri Ramakrishna happened to be there. After certain time when the talking was going on, Sri Ramakrishna said, Mother, I was much better in Dakshineshwar. Why you brought me here? This also is one incident. There are many good incidents also there, many beautiful incidents. So idea is this, that pilgrimage is good provided it enhances your devotion for God. Otherwise, say, no, I'm going for tourism. No problem, go. Rather, that tourism is better when little spirituality is there, instead of taking a pilgrimage and then little spirituality is there. So idea is this, that even the smallest of the karma, purpose is to know that it is the senses, indriya, it is the body who is engaged in action. It is the senses which are engaged in action. I do not do any action. How you realize that? Naiva kinchit karoviti. I do not do anything of this. Yukto manyeta. Yukta. Those who are well understanding of religion and spirituality and realization, they will say, I do not do any action. Then only you can be free from the result of the action. This is from Jnana point of view. Bhakti point of view, you remain detached in doing good work. Bad things you don't do. Even good things which you do. One is with detachment. Second, do the karma like a normal karma and offer the whole karma and its result, everything to your Ishta. That is from Bhakti point of view. So here it says, how you say that I don't do anything? Only body is doing. Indriyani indriyartheshu vartanta. Eyes are seeing the phone. What I have to do with that? That me, as an Atman, that realization comes after sadhana, after a lot of meditation, lot of thinking, cogitation. If my hand is moving, I am moving my hand or nobody else is moving, that internal feeling that I am moving the hand is agentship, is the karta. Because I am ignorant, who says that I am the person to do it. Because I am attached with the body. Body is part of the Prakriti. One day this body will fall. It will be cremated. What happens to me? I go out. If my desires are not fulfilled, I find another body. And to realize the truth, you come back to a body to do sadhana. There is one word which you will find in scriptures called Yoga Bhrashta Purusha. Yoga Bhrashta means one who died while doing spiritual practice. You are leading a very intense spiritual life, but you could not reach the goal. You didn't realize God, you didn't realize your Atman. But you are doing, but body becomes old. So you pass away. When a person dies while being engaged in spiritual practices, all called yoga bhrashta, and they get the next birth in a conducive place where you can continue your spiritual practice. This is the reason for us that we are born in different families. Don't blame your parents, because you deserved them and they deserve you. Swami Vivekananda says in one place, don't criticize people around you. If everybody is wrong, how you came here with them, you should be with saints. So if you want to blame people around you, that blame comes to you, that you are fit for this company only, not better. So you lead a life in such a way that you have a better and better and better company. Think of people who are born in a family where the parents are so spiritual people, truthful, compassionate, whatever financial condition is, but they lead a very virtuous life. And the children gets benefit of that. Think of that a child is born in a family where a lot of immoral practices are going on. What do you think the child is supposed to learn? And why he should be born there? Sometimes, very seldom, but it happens. Prahlada is born in the home of Hiranyakashipu. But that is very rare. In general, according to your karma, according to your desires, you get the birth in a that much conducive place. That shloka we repeat sometimes. Srimatam dhimatam gehe yoga bhrashto vijayate. Yoga bhrashtas are born where? Srimatam. People say rich. Rich is one way, not all the rich people are moral. So, Lakshmi and Saraswati both should be together, only Lakshmi not enough. Dhimatam. Shri and Dhi. Dhi means intellect. Shri means all that is positive in life. So you are born in a place where your spiritual practice atmosphere become conducive for spiritual practice. But if you can do karma, this is the spiritual practice so far as karma is concerned. Whatever we do, offer it at the feet of God, one thing. Or do from this Jnana Yoga point of view, that body does the work. I am detached. I have no purpose behind. Yesterday we had a small gathering here. All the building designs are there. So people came. So few people were sitting. So I also went and joined them on a table. So in a light note they told, Swamiji, what is the difference? You are also starting a big job now. You also want money. So day and night you are also thinking about money. So I said, yes, tell me. Then I tell. Then there is no difference. You don't think of God, you think of money. I said, okay, big project. I look for money, ask for money. If I am transferred tomorrow, do you think I am going to cry? Even after doing this, do you think I will be holding on to it? No, I put so much attention, 2, 3, 4 years, I worked so hard, now you don't transfer me. No. Whatever we do with detachment. Just like you take food, I also take food. Oh, how you are a monk, how you can take food? No, we have to take food. Body is there. If I am living in this world, those things are common. Attitude is different. If you are detached, you won't be affected if in general people are affected by. You construct a house, do you leave the house and go away? No. Why should I construct if I don't stay there? But in our case, whatever building I construct doesn't matter to me. Next day I can go. It is meant for public. It is meant for the ashrama or meant for public. Doesn't belong to me. We are living here. Such a big ashrama is there. In the wildest dream, even a thought doesn't pass. This belongs to me. No, it doesn't belong to me. I am here as whatever responsibilities there, I do work, then I go. Ego, aham, attachment, mamatva, is ahankara and mamatva, I and mine. If these two things are as less as possible, then is it not possible in your life? Not possible in your life? Possible. You need to cultivate that attitude. How you can cultivate? People do not want to think because it is little bitter. You have a big house, you have a big car, you have money. Think, if tomorrow you die, can you take your house with you? No. Can you take your car with you? No. Can you take your money with you? No. But you say it is mine. If it is yours to take with you, no, I can't take. Then before I die itself, I should cultivate that attitude that I look after it. I don't become crazy by giving to people, no. But in my heart of heart, you should know that it doesn't belong to me. I look after it. If that detachment is there, that sloka comes. Brahmani adhaya karmani. If your karma depends on this, whom? Brahmani, on Brahman, on God, on Ishvara. Sangam tyaktva karoti ha. Sangam is not company. Sangam is attachment. Those who do action with detachment or without attachment, depending on God or surrendering to God, lipyate nasapapena, he or she doesn't get contaminated by this. Padmapatra vivambasa, just like a lotus leaf. You take the lotus leaf, put a drop of water, it doesn't even touch the leaf. Even the leaf is born in water, it stays in water, but water doesn't touch it. That example is given. So detachment, as I told, if the whole Bhagavad Gita, of course many ways of looking at could be there. From karma point of view, the essence of Bhagavad Gita in one word is detachment. And how detachment will come? Detachment will come with only one thought, that neither my body nor things around me, nothing is permanent. Everything has an expiry date. Only God is intelligent, He doesn't put an expiry date on our body. Otherwise we will be in panic. Tell me anything which has got permanency? No. Everything. That was the Buddha's realization. Sarvam kshanikam. Everything is temporary. Sarvam dukkham. Everything is full of misery. Now, so how everything is full of misery? Life is full of happiness. What we call happiness is the other name of misery. Because if that happiness keeps you away from God, it cannot be a bliss, it has to be a misery. Because it doesn't allow you to go to God. It doesn't allow you to realize who you are. From that point of view, Buddha declared these truths. Sarvam kshanikam, sarvam dukkham. Krishna also says the same thing. That sloka, anityam asukham lokam Anityam. There is no permanent, there is no nitya. Asukham. We say dukkha is there, but little sukha also is there, happiness also is there, though misery also is there. These realized souls, they say, very difficult to understand and accept for us. There is not even, beautiful English word, there is not even iota of happiness, not even fraction of happiness. Then what happiness I am getting comes from where? I am getting happiness in eating and sleeping and people and this and that. What is that happiness? Which you consider happiness, if it takes you closer to God, it is real happiness. But it will keep you away from God. If it keeps on repeating this cycle of birth and death with ignorance, from which point of view you can define that as happiness? That is the reason. The destruction, if it is slow, which you do not see that thing is getting destroyed, so you think it is permanent, can you see destruction happening here? No. Because the destruction is very slow. Do you think this will last after 10-15 years? No. Why? Because now itself in a slow, it is going towards the destruction. There are many things are there which you can see the destruction in front of you. You cook some rice. No, I keep in the fridge, it will remain good. And you forgot. Open after 1 month. Inside the fridge also there is fungus. That example is given in our scriptures, Bhagavatam. That rice which gets spoiled in the evening, which you have cooked in the morning. Eating that rice, how your body can become permanent? You are eating something which is so impermanent. Pratah, in the morning, yad sanskritam annam. That rice which you have cooked in the morning, sayam tattva vinashyati. Evening it gets spoiled. The cooked rice life is not even 12-15 hours. You put in the fridge to increase the life, but you can't increase very long. With this impermanent rice which you eat, and your body is sustained by that rice, how that body can become permanent? If the raw material is impermanent, how the final product can be permanent? This is the basic truths. And these truths are scientific. You don't need to believe in religion to accept this truth. Everything is a very interesting concept. Everything means everything, including your body, is in a state of flux. F-L-U-X, flux. What is flux? Movement. River is a river till the water flows. The moment that water doesn't flow, you can't call it a river. Because it is flowing, you gave a name and you say, oh, Ganga, so beautiful river. Because it is moving, because it is changing, you are able to see it. The moment change stops, river ceased to be a river. Our body, different organs have a different lifespan. On an average, your body changes in 8 to 10 years, according to medical science. But there is a pattern. That's why your childhood face and present face has some similarity. But it is continuously dying. Continuously new cells are being generated, old cells are dying. Morning you clean your tongue is what? Lot of cells of the tongue. When you do like this, you don't see anything, but lots and lots of cells have been come here. I'm not able to see. Microscope I can see. Continuously old cells are generating, new cells are new cells are generating, old are dying. This process continues. That's why I can see you. The moment that process stops, generating the new cells, that process stops, we call it death. Because it is movement, that's why you are visible. The moment this flow stops, you cease to exist. Everything will cease to exist. Once that flow stops. But what happens? The frequency of destruction, if it is very fast, you are able to see it. But when the frequency is very slow, you feel no, it's a permanent. There is nothing getting destroyed. But every moment this get going toward destruction. This is the whole concept behind that black hole concept. That all the planets and grahas and all are taking birth and are going towards the destruction. So idea is, if everything is moving, if everything is on the path of destruction, who observes that? That observer in me is Atman. Who is witness of this? Do I have any role? Do I have any capacity to reduce the flow of destruction in this object? We cannot do that. So I am just observer of that. So I must get detached with the object. One day it will die. Now it is new. One day it will die. Same body. Today looks so good. After some time it won't look that good. After some time it gets destroyed. So, but in between, what is your role? Brahmani adhaya karmani. Brahmani means that Atman. Depending on this philosophy, that I am Atman, I am witnessing this change. Who does the action? Your mind, your intellect, your body, your senses. They are doing action. Just like a river flows, gravitational force only, correct? From Himalaya to Ganga Sagar, the river flows. Same way this body also flows, this body also moves. Who gets hungry? Body gets hungry. Who put food in the mouth? Hands will put in the mouth. Body continues to survive. Another concept. We take food to survive. Correct? We take food, we eat food to survive. But we keep on eating food right up to the old age. Then why I should die? Why I should die? I am taking food regularly. You are not taking food to survive. You are offering your body to the food to consume your body. It is the food consumes your body, not you are consuming the food. If you are consuming the food should keep you young. The food should keep you alive. Every morsel of food is pushing you towards death. Whatever good food you want to take. People make money, anti-aging. There is nothing anti-aging. Do business. So this is the fact. That's what I was telling. We started the class at 6 o'clock. Now it is 6:45. Time passed. Before 6 o'clock and after 6 o'clock, time is still there. We pass. We all became 45 minutes older. We are going closer to death. 45 minutes life is deducted from your life. 45 minutes are deducted from your life. It is the way you want to look at. Truth is completely different than we generally think, talk and behave. Or you take food, you become fat. Yeah, for time being. Whether you take boiled vegetable also, you are going to die one day. If you take oil also, you are going to die one day. Maybe you survive a few days more. That will reduce that destruction process. But there is nobody who can survive for eternal. No. Nobody. Because body is part of Prakriti, body is part of the nature, trees are part of nature, the grass is part of nature. If the animals and birds are part of nature, so is your body part of nature. That is called Prakriti. Inside you is called Purusha. Purusha doesn't mean man, no. One who stays in this body, Puri Shayanat Purusha. One who stays in this body is called Purusha. Puri means city. Jagannath Puri, city. Singapore, actually Singhapuri. Puri means city. This body is like a city. Body is like a city. Who stays in the city is called Purusha. So idea is this. Whatever karma you do, before realization, you cannot ignore the difference between good karma and bad karma. You must do good karma. By doing bad karma, you don't, oh, my body does, I am not attached. No. Sri Ramakrishna says that. God has given this free will. Within this free will, you have this positive and negative. You don't decide what dream you want to see, but you decide whether you want to come to mission or you want to go to Mustafa. You decide. That freedom is ours. From there you select that which is positive. Whatever positive you consider, positive you do it. So idea is that depending, resting, there is a beautiful word, karmani, brahmani, adhaya karmani. Adhaya means depending. This is a book. You keep book on the table. So table becomes adhara, resting place of the book. And the book becomes adheya, that which is resting. Again, table is resting on the platform. So platform becomes adhara and table becomes adheya. Again, platform is on the floor. So the floor becomes adhara and stage becomes adheya. These are Sanskrit words. So Brahmani adhaya, considering Brahman, considering Atman, considering God as the final resting place. You do all the action with detachment, as much detachment you can. Other day somebody was telling and crying, some family issue. So I said, what's your age? 60 plus. You are crying for your child, you are crying for your people of your family. Can you change them? No. The only way for you, in a positive way, keep the love intact, keep the concern intact, cut the attachment. Because you are not able to do it, you have pain. If you live with detachment, many times you will find parents will say, we raised you, we gave you education, now you are doing job, look after yourself. When we grow old, take us to hospital whenever necessary. But we give you freedom, live your life. No, why he is doing like this, why he is doing that. Don't try to control. Your children are individual soul which has come to this world to fulfill their destiny, to fulfill their karma. They are not going to hear you. Yes, you teach them good values. That's part of your life. But he is an individual soul. That's why many times you will find, how he did like that? None of our family members do that. Because he is an individual soul who has come to your home to fulfill his destiny, to fulfill his karma. So you can do yourself. You do your duty as a parent, as an uncle, whatever your role is. But with detachment. Detachment will reduce your pain. Detachment will reduce your stress. But love can remain. Love can remain. But no attachment. If you can remain detached, then when you sit to meditate, you will be able to meditate. Those problems in the family will not haunt you. When it haunts you, that means you are attached to it. Love was never a problem. Attachment is a problem. Concern is not a problem. Service is not a problem. Problem is the attachment. So we need to continue doing whatever we are doing. You cannot leave your family and go to Himalayas. You cannot. But you can be detached. And the detachment is an inner quality. You don't need to tell, hey, from tomorrow I am detached. No, you don't need to say that. It is your state of mind. Your love and concern remains the same. Or it can increase. Because it is the wish of God that the child came into your life. Did you select him? Did you select your child? No. Whoever is born is your child. Which soul is born? You do not know. So we have to be detached. Love and concern will remain, but no attachment. This attachment is the cause of all suffering. It is not the love, it is not the word, but it is the attachment. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.